Hello again, everybody. It's me, Marcus, and I review stuff. Today I'm reviewing the song Sentry the Defiant by Coheed and Cambria, but I am doing an acoustic version of it, so which was the particular request that I got. I got a request to do Sentry the Defiant acoustic version, so definitely going to give this one a shot. Really excited to hear this one. I've basically fallen in love with Coheed and Cambria. I've absolutely loved their music. And I think the last few songs I've done by them have gotten like glowing reviews from me, so really excited for this one. As always, if you would like to request something, please just leave a comment down below. I'll be sure to get to it eventually. While I have you here, just know that I do have a Spotify playlist in the description below. It has every single song I've heard so far on my channel. Makes for a pretty great day of listening, so this will be no exception. Here we go. This is Sentry the Defiant, Coheed and Cambria. Let's listen.
Spotlights on the subject so incorrect, and suggestion suggests that I'm someone you should not respect. Oh, you wear your facade so well, covered up in a plastic shell. You're a liar to everyone around you, just don't forget. The lion, give them a fight that will open their eyes. Hangman within, softly swinging, don't close the coffin yet. I'm alive, and it's all coming, and it's all coming. Can you remember when there was no wrong in what I could do? So young, biting off way more than I could chew. And then one day I grew too old, and my cares were now theirs to mold. Please accept this, it's my resignation, it's time to go. Lion, give them a fight that will open their eyes. Hangman wooden, softly swinging, don't close the coffin yet. I'm alive, I'm alive. I will now bleed for what I believe in. No more mistakes for them to make for me. So goodbye, it's my time for me.
Changed up.
Be me. Face me, honest truth.
Nice. Man, that was awesome. Nope, no, fuck off, Ed. That was awesome. That was so good. That's the first I've heard of anything acoustic by them, and I just think it really worked here. Claudio just sounded great. Assuming that was him, right? Goddamn ads. Yeah, Claudio sounded great. And the guitar too. There was a lot on guitar to really enjoy there. I think he there was this lick throughout that I really liked that he would kind of throw in there every now and then. So really cool. His voice sounded great here. I mean, stripped down, you can really appreciate what he does, the sort of performance he does with his voice. And then again, the guitar. The good thing about this sort of acoustic version of it was it's actually got me really interested in hearing the actual studio version of it. So really excited for that. But let's break it down like we normally do. Let's start with the lyrics. So the full title of this one is actually Key Entity Extraction 5, Sentry the Defiant. So it comes off the same album as the recent one that I did about Domino the Destitute, I believe, right? Or no, it's actually coming off Afterman, the Dissension. Okay, so it's actually a continuation, I guess, of that idea, but off of a different album. Never mind. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the lyrics. Verse 1, Believer, your spotlight on the subject so incorrect, and suggestion suggests that I am someone who you should not respect. Oh, you wear your facade so well, covered up in a plastic shell. You're a liar to everyone around you, just don't forget. Face the honest truth, you were never you. Now be defiant, the lion. Give them a fight that will open their eyes. Hangman hooded, softly swinging, don't close the coffin yet, I'm alive. So it says track number 2 from the Afterman, Dissension, and the 5th and final part of the Key Entity Extraction Suite. Sorry about that. Everything going wrong for me in this video. Anyway, the brief window he's created, Sentry possesses the body of the Afterman. Strength returns to Sirius as the maze of Sentry's life begins to unfold around him. Sentry served as a sergeant major under Vic in the army. Unlike his superior, Sentry rose through the ranks through hard work and an unshakable set of morals. Okay, interesting. I don't want to read this whole thing because it's kind of long. Someone was able to lay out basically the whole story here, but I'll have to kind of read that on my own time. I'm gonna keep going through the lyrics. Don't close the coffin yet, I'm alive. And it's homecoming, and it's homecoming. Can you remember when there was no wrong in what I can do? So young, biting off way more than I could chew. And then one day I grew too old, and my cares were now theirs to mold. Please accept this as my resignation. It's time to go. So I guess he served until basically he couldn't serve anymore, and called it a day. And I guess he hoped that his beliefs, his thoughts, everything would kind of move on with him to that next generation. Not too sure yet. Face the honest truth. You were never you. Now be defiant, the lion. Give them a fight that will open their eyes. Hangman, hooded, softly swinging. Don't close the coffin yet. I'm alive. Oh, I'm alive. I will now bleed for what I believe in. No more mistakes for them to make for me. So goodbye. It's my time to be me, to be. Face the honest truth, you were never you. Now be defiant, the lion. Give them a fight that will open their eyes. Hangman, hooded, softly swinging. Don't close the coffin yet. I'm alive. I'm alive, I'm alive, alive. Connection to principal craft has been lost. Attempt to reconnect in 3, 2, 1. Connection failed. Recalculating navigation via secondary mobile apparatus. Estimated speed of falling rate of 263 knots. Rate of survival. I don't remember him saying this part in the acoustic version, but I'm just reading it anyway because it is part of the lyrics. How long have you been away? Approximate calculation 547 days. Sirius, do you still want to go home? Oh, interesting. Okay, so a lot going on here. I'm really excited to eventually read some of the Amory Wars because the way that I guess Claudio writes in these songs, it just does have this air of mystery about it, this air of intrigue, especially as someone who is a fan of like fantasy and sci-fi and stuff like that. I'm like, man, I really want to read this and kind of get an idea of what he's really talking about here, and really get the story behind the story, if you will. So, lyrically, pretty interesting stuff. I feel like I've mentioned before, they just had this very epic and fantastical way of writing that just really speaks to someone like me. So it's easy for me to give them 2 thumbs up lyrically. I think it's really cool the way they write and the way they're weaving this story in and out. Whether the story holds up once I actually get time to read it, that's a discussion for another day. But so far, I'm really enjoying what they're doing with their lyrics. Again, 2 big thumbs up there. So as far as the instrumentation goes, it was really just Claudio, his voice, his vocal performance, and the guitar. But I think the guitar sounded really, really great here. It wasn't just, sometimes I've mentioned when it's just a guy sitting with his guitar or a girl sitting with her guitar, sometimes the guitar gets lost in the vocal performance or in the lyricism. The guitar doesn't really stand out. I think in this one, the guitar really did a great job of being, its own instrument and really standing out on its own. And of course, in part, or really mostly because of Claudio's amazing performance there. But he had a way of playing guitar that really had it stand out. Especially he had hit this little guitar lick a couple times throughout the song that I was just like, ooh, wow, that was really nice. That was worth another listen, So that really helped out this song. I feel like the guitar was just really strong. Again, Claudio sounded really great. His voice, he doesn't just sing in one like tone or one style. He's kind of mixing it up and changing it up from time to time. And then we even got a little bit of a transition where he kind of took the song from its more faster pace, kind of slowed it down a little bit for like 10 seconds, and then kind of went back on with the pace. It was a nice little breather there in the song to really finish it out strong. So overall, a very strong song, very enjoyable. I'm really glad that I got an opportunity to listen to the acoustic version here because it did sound really, really good. I actually really enjoyed this acoustic version, and it has me excited to hear the actual studio version. So yeah, mad props there. 2 big thumbs up, instrumentally and vocally as well. As far as replay value goes, that one's a little iffy because I really loved this acoustic version. If the studio version holds up, then yeah, replay value is super high. I was interested in the lyrics, I was interested in guitar work, I was interested in Claudio's voice. And so, if the studio version can hold up, high replay value, 2 thumbs up. If not, thumb and a half, 1 thumb, something like that. But yeah, I'm excited to hear it, see what it sounds like. And that's probably what I'll do once I'm done with this video. So thank you so much for whoever requested this one. I have plenty more Coheed and Cambria on the list of songs I need to listen to, so trust me, I've heard all of your requests, but if there's anything you haven't seen requested yet from them that you would like to hear, please let me know in the comments. I'll be sure to get to it. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I do have a Spotify playlist that has every single song I've heard so far on my channel, including this one. I'll put it on there, so go support the artist, go listen to their music. If you want to support me, just do all the normal stuff you do on YouTube. Like and subscribe and comment. That's it for me, guys. Hope you're all staying safe and healthy still, and I hope to see you in my next video.